Sometimes the best dog meals start as little leftovers from our own cooking. And this recipe is exactly that, a simple leftover pot built from ingredients many of us have on hand during the week. A bit of chicken thigh from a dinner prep, a handful of ground beef, half a carrot, a few florets of broccoli. Instead of letting those small pieces go to waste, you can turn them into a nourishing, balanced meal for your dog, which is why we're doing here today. And once we stir in Olli at the end, the whole recipe becomes complete and balanced, with all the nutrients a dog needs in a single bowl. This batch gives you around 1000 kilocalories of food. If you want to know exactly how much of this recipe your dog should eat, or if you want to scale it up for batch cooking, our Drooli app calculates everything for you automatically. I start by chopping the chicken thigh into small, even pieces so it cooks quickly and evenly. Chicken thigh is naturally more flavorful and slightly higher in fat than breast, which helps create a more satisfying meal and provides steady energy for dogs. In this recipe, I also use ground beef. Using 2 protein sources gives you a broader amino acid profile and a mix of different nutrients. Next, I prepare the liver by chopping it into tiny pieces. Liver is incredibly nutrient-dense, providing vitamin A, copper, iron, and B vitamins. But because it's so potent, we use only small amounts. Benji here is begging for some scraps. He's a good boy. I heat a pot over medium heat and add the chicken and beef first. There's usually enough natural fat in these proteins that you don't need any oil. I cook them until the chicken turns opaque and the beef has browned slightly. Then I stir in the chopped liver. It cooks quickly, but during that time it releases a specific aroma. So don't be surprised if you see your pup next to you whilst you cook. While the meat cooks, I prepare the vegetables. I chop the broccoli and carrots into small pieces. Both vegetables support digestive health and provide antioxidants, fiber, and a mild natural sweetness. Broccoli also contains sulforaphane, a plant compound linked to cellular protection and detoxification. Now I add the vegetables into the pot and stir everything together. Once they've been lightly sautéed, I add the brown rice. For this recipe, I'm using 50 grams of cooked brown rice. It's important to note that this measurement refers to cooked rice. If you're using dry rice, the amount will be much smaller, usually around 1/3 of the weight. So for 50 grams cooked, you would need roughly 16 to 17 grams of dry brown rice. A lot of people ask whether dogs need rice or grains in their diet. And the answer is no, not necessarily. Dogs don't require grains, but many can digest them. It's not essential for every dog, and personally, I don't add rice to Benji's meals, but it can absolutely be a part of a healthy diet when used in small amounts. Once the rice is mixed in, I stir in 25 grams of cooked salmon. And then I add a small egg as well. The salmon adds the healthy omega-3 fatty acids, which support skin, coat, joint, and cognitive health, which is especially important for senior dogs. And the egg adds high-quality, highly digestible protein and choline, which supports brain and liver function. Then at the very end, I mix in the nutritional yeast and let everything cool. I let the meal cool completely before adding Olli. Olli is made from whole food ingredients like spirulina, kelp, seeds, and natural mineral sources, and it fills the nutritional gaps that home-cooked meals naturally have. Things like iodine, vitamin D, zinc, manganese, and vitamin E are hard to provide in the right amounts through food alone, even when you're using great ingredients. That's why Olli is essential. It transforms a healthy recipe into a complete and balanced one. However, the moment I stir Olli in, the color of the meal changes. It turns green. That comes from spirulina, one of the most nutrient-dense greens on the planet. The color change is completely normal and nothing to worry about. Dogs don't judge food by color. What they respond to is aroma and texture, and I can assure you, they will eat it green and will be asking for more. Once Olli is fully mixed in, the dish is ready. You can portion it for the week, refrigerate it for 3 to 4 days, or freeze it for later. And that's your one-pot chicken and beef rice. Gentle, balanced, and perfect for adult and senior dogs. If you want personalized portions and a full nutrient breakdown of this and many other recipes, download Drooli. Thanks for watching.